Hello and welcome to Beginner to Grandmaster. So this is a series I'm starting which is going to take us through from a journey of somebody who's just beginning chess to somebody who wants to try and make it to Grandmaster level. So first things first, I just want to show you that I'm actually created a new account, so I'm unrated. So I start off at level 800 I believe. So I'm using the website chess.com if any of you want to use it, or if anybody's want to play me, just send me a friend request. And I think my name's Dermot Mac on it, so send me a friend request and I'll try and get as many friends and play against hopefully some of my subscribers soon. So this is my first game and I started with the Queen's Gambit. So I learned this from watching Hutch, and that's sort of how I first got into playing chess. It was I followed Hutch a long time because of Call of Duty, and then all of a sudden he uploaded a chess video and I was like, don't think that'll be for me, and then ended up watching it and found it very interesting, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'd love to get into chess. It's always a game maybe I would have played when I was younger, just on a board. I didn't realise there was dedicated websites that could create good chess games. I thought they'd maybe last for hours. I didn't realise you could actually create a site, or there was a site out there that had 10 minute, 5 minute or 1 minute matches, so I thought I might as well give it a go. So I have my own personal account, which I should say I'm about 11, or I'm about a level 1100 or so. So I think at the minute I'm playing an opponent who's around the 700 level, so this should have been relatively straightforward for me, so we'll soon see whether it was or not. As you can see at the start here, the game's playing quite slow. There hasn't been any pieces captured yet, and we're both just trying to develop. So as I say, I know I'm not an expert, I'm nowhere near being an expert. This whole series is about just learning as we go, and but just to give you a brief overview of what I try and do at the start is just to try and develop my pieces as quickly as possible, and to get all my minor pieces then onto my major pieces out towards the centre of the board relatively quick. You see that move there where he moved his king, sorry to interrupt, that I found it very strange because I didn't really see the reason. If anybody knows why he done that, or you can let me know in the comments below. But yeah, as you see, I'm just trying to grab space. I've castled now, and I'm just after capturing his first piece. So there's an exchange here and not much happens. It might leave me one pawn up. No, sorry, I think it leaves it equal. But the reason for that was to create more space and to keep attacking. I've also throughout the series I've cut down a lot of the time, because I found that having watched it back, that there's a lot of thinking time, and I get sort of bored, so I can imagine you would get bored watching it. So I've cut out a lot of the time that people are thinking, but he is taking far longer than I am during this game. As you can see there, I done a nice trap with my knight, where I pinned his king, or checked his king, and it left that I could take a rook, so that put me a couple of points up. And now I'm sort of chasing after his light squared bishop, and he retreats it. So at this stage I sort of felt as if I was breaking through. Still wouldn't say I was definitely going to win it, but I felt more confident. Also the time was a big factor, so he is taking a lot of time during his decisions, whereas I was a wee bit quicker. And that's what I find maybe playing against very low level people, is that they're maybe relatively new to the game and just don't make the decisions quite as quick. So it's a tactic I try and use, especially earlier on in the game where most of the moves are sort of relatively straightforward. Most people know a lot of the openings, that if you can move it as quick as possible, it leaves you more time towards the end of the game, where you maybe have trickier decisions or maybe face challenges that you don't see that often, that you've a wee bit more time to think about it, and they'll in essence should have less time as well. So here I'm trying to push my pawn to trap his rook and his queen, but he brings his rook forward, so I keep moving my pawn closer. I actually think I got mistaken. I thought I could have maybe tried to get my pawn to a queen, but he took his rook. I thought then I could take his rook, but it just didn't quite work out like that. So here I was tempted to pin his rook to his queen, but I decided against it because I was going more for the checkmate here, and I slowly worked my queen up towards checking his king. And at this stage he's in trouble. As you can see here, he's not really attacking me that much. I'm now ready to defend, whereas I'm on the attack here, and it's just like a dominoes effect. So the more he retreats and the more I check his king, the more it leaves other pieces open for me just to capture. So I just keep picking off his pieces, and there's not really much he can do here. And the only thing I say, I have to be careful that I don't make silly mistakes. Sometimes when you're rushing, you're taking things like here, I nearly moved my queen, which would have been a good move, but then I sort of settled myself and remembered there's an even better move where I could have pinned his king and his queen, so that left it that I could capture his queen. So at this stage the game to me was basically over, and yeah, I didn't see a way for him to come back, and it was just a matter of finishing it out. So it was just a matter of keep pinning his king, and then maybe trying to develop a few more of my own pieces to try and support my queen in helping get the checkmate. So it was a wee bit frustrating that I couldn't really tie his king down, because he still had a knight and a rook that was protecting certain squares that I was looking to get to really put the checkmate on. And here I just had to move my rook just because his knight had actually put me under pressure. And then I believe I actually take his knight here because even though it would actually mean me losing points, I'm not far ahead at the minute. I didn't mind just capturing his pieces, you know. So yeah, that left me capturing another pawn of his here and bringing my dark square bishop back into the game. And if you're keeping an eye on the clock, it only left him with a few seconds left, so I ended up winning on time, which was good. And yeah, that's the first game. So if you like this episode, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.